friends, today I'm going to share with you my winter home decor tour. It's much different than my Christmas home decor, obviously, but to be honest, it's not going to be a whole lot different than my spring decor. I will be leaving a lot of the things basically the same, but just adding some more spring and Easter decor when the time comes. But I thought I would share with you what I have done with my home after Christmas. This is kind of like my everyday decor, you might want to say. So let me turn this camera around and I'll show you how I decorate my home for the in-between times between Christmas and Easter. We will start out here in the entryway in my beautiful hutch that I got this past summer off of Craigslist. On this top shelf in this basket we have extra garbage bags. This is our bread basket. And then over here, these things are here all the time, but I added this blue and white plate. I just think it looks really cute here, and I love the contrast between the blue and the yellow. This vase is always here. I just change the flowers out. And then down here on this bottom shelf, I have this milk glass piece that I brought back out, my faux lemons. Those could be construed as summer, but I just love the contrast between the yellow and the white, and those will probably stay like that until fall. And then on this tray I have my little mouse family. This basically stays like this. I just change up the decor that's on it. Like at Christmas time we had a little faux Christmas tree for the little mice. And in this bowl I changed up the fillers to be whatever for the season. So for winter I just have it filled with these little bitty pine cones. And then over here I have my wax melt burner, and that basket we put receipts in, and then just some faux greenery. Another new addition to this hutch out here is that I bought some of that Pioneer Woman shelf liner, and I just covered the surfaces with that. I think it breaks up the yellow, and I love the Pioneer Woman florals. So that I thought it made it bright and cheery, and I really like it. And another addition that I put on here is I really loved the effect of the strand of lights that I had out here at Christmas time. So I just picked up another strand of lights while the store still had them, and I just randomly tied on these little burlap bows. I just love this burlap ribbon with the white polka dots. So now let's move on to the dining room. Here in the dining room is my plant stand, which is always hard to video because of the window behind it. The difference here is that I also took some of that Pioneer Woman liner, shelf liner, and I covered the tops of these shelves, which they really needed it because they were pretty beat up looking underneath. And I think this adds a really nice touch, pulls my theme together, brightens this shelving unit, this plant stand, and was a really inexpensive and quick fix. Pretty much everything that you see on here kind of stays the same throughout all of the seasons, although this shelf had my Christmas village, my It's a Wonderful Life village on it in the Christmas season, which that's probably where I will put it every Christmas season. If we swing over here to this shelf, this basically will be the same exact way through all of the seasons. I may hang some seasonal decor off of those pegs for spring and summer, but otherwise this is the way this shelf looks other than fall and Christmas. And it's got this sign above it that I got from Hobby Lobby. The table, I have this red tablecloth, fabric tablecloth, which I also use at Christmas time, but it ties in with the Pioneer Woman theme quite well. And it's covered with my lace tablecloth that I've had for years and years. I've chosen to use these chicken fabric placemats, and I can't remember where I got these, probably Walmart. I don't remember. And for my centerpiece for this time of the year, I have this tray and just an assortment of collectible things that I've collected throughout the years. I've gotten most of these things from thrifting. That is a Pioneer Woman cup or bowl, little bowl that I have turned upside down. I got that from Dollar General, and I got that from Walmart, and everything else I got thrifting. The tray itself I got at Target years and years ago. On the walls I have put these little flower arrangements in my sconces, and the shelf is the same. I love to incorporate red and yellow whenever I can. On this shelving unit where I have my jars, this is the display I put on top of here. There's my essential oils diffuser sitting on top of a pile of books. I've incorporated this 3-tiered tray that I made last year in a challenge, and the winter touches that it has is I left the little faux snow inside the cup, and then I put little pine cones on the second layer, and on the bottom layer I just put greenery. And then I pulled these cups, I had them in my bathroom, and I'm redecorating my bathroom a little bit. I pulled the blue and white dishes out of there and have incorporated them in this little vignette. I'm really loving using my blue and white dishes for decor pieces right now. The last area in my dining room is on top of my microwave cart, and I've just pulled elements from different spots in my house to put here. Here again I've incorporated the blue and white dishes, and then this little sign I picked up from the Dollar Tree. So now let's go into the kitchen. I will actually be filming the kitchen section of this after dark because it's really hard to show my windowsill during the daytime, but the kitchen clip will be next. In my kitchen, I mainly decorate on this side of the room, on the side of the room where my refrigerator is and the coffee station. So I'll start here, and this is my little coffee station, and I changed this printable that's in this frame. Even the smallest person can change the course of the future. J.R.R. Tolkien, and that was from the Lord of the Rings trilogy. That was something that Gandalf had said. And then I've got my coffee, because anger management is too expensive, magnet. And of course I've got my Pioneer Woman mug there. Then around here, up on this shelf, at Christmas time I had this same arrangement, except I added the yellow flowers. I thought the red berries are very cheerful and not necessarily winter, or Christmas I mean. So I went ahead and just left those, added the yellow flowers, and then I put my honey pot there. And then the only other area in the kitchen that I decorated for winter is the windowsill. I've got milk glass on both sides with decorative pieces in it. These are some carrots that I picked up at a country store a couple of years ago. I've got these faux herbs, and they're sitting on a monkey wood tray that I got at a garage sale. And these plants I got at Walmart. This little guy here I picked up from the Salvation Army not that long ago. And I just think he looks super cute in between the two herbs. And then this milk glass basket I just have with these basket fill things that you can get at the Dollar Tree. So that is how I have decorated my kitchen for winter. I almost forgot to mention the stuff that's on top of my cabinets. These are my teapots, part of my teapot collection, and those are up there all the time except for Christmas. It's the only time I change that out. Then over above these cabinets, this pretty much stays this way as well, except at Christmas time I change those out. I might change those out a little bit for spring and summer, but I don't really have any plans in mind right now to do that. Entering the living room, I'll just talk about a few places in here, my shelves and whatnot. I have this floral arrangement down here in this basket, and I am really liking this floral arrangement, so I'm thinking this is probably going to stay this way clear through till fall, because I just love those color combinations, and it's in that little wicker basket. I got the basket from Walmart last fall, and I'm just really loving that. So that's probably going to stay that way all the way through till fall. Up here on this shelf, I have those three little critters there all the time except for fall and winter. Well, sometimes in the fall I have them up there too, but Christmas time I take those down. And I just added this wooden bowl with a flower arrangement and some pink depression glass with those flowers in it. And you will notice that my theme throughout all of my upstairs is yellow and red with pops of purple and white. Over here on my end table, I have this Pepsi crate that I got at an antique store, and on top of that I have this little figurine sitting on a little wooden box. This poppy, I think those are poppies, on the vase, and so I carried the same flowers up into the flower arrangement, and they're sitting on a wooden box that actually has a commemorative Bible in it. And then over here I have my brass candlestick. I'm really liking the way that little arrangement is. On my front door I have this wreath that I made a couple of years ago. And again, you'll see the yellow and purple theme going on. Up here on these shelves, I have two matching shelves on either side of this painting. And I do the same theme on each shelf, but I do it in a mirror image. So on this shelf, from left to right, is a milk glass piece with some flowers in it, a little wicker basket with a, I think it's a Boyd's bear. I got the bears at garage sales. Most everything I pick up is from yard sales or thrift stores. Then I have the little metal candle holders. And I've got these candles, which I will turn on. There. Now you can see the candles glowing. Those are battery operated candles. And I just have them sitting on a block of wood that I had wrapped in a piece of burlap ribbon, the same ribbon that matches that bow. And then of course on this shelf, it's basically the same thing, only a mirror image of it. We have the block of wood and the candle. We have this basket with a different Boyd's bear, and then some more milk glass, different than that, but similar, with a similar flower arrangement. So they are kind of mirror images, but they are slightly different. On my basement door, I have this wreath that I made hanging. On top of my gas fireplace, this is the arrangement that I came up with, again incorporating the blue and white dishes, bringing in some of the woodland theme, which I absolutely love, and then the red and yellow. Everything on here, well, not everything, but many of the things on here I picked up at garage sales and thrift stores. The wooden candle holders, those are candle holders on both sides there. But I don't use them for that. I use them for other things, as you can see. The wooden birds I got from Hobby Lobby. That little game board I got from a thrift store. The lantern. Shh. Hush. The lantern I picked up from Walmart. And then I made that funky bow that's on top of the lantern. Inside the lantern is a candle, a battery operated candle, but I'm not going to go ahead and turn it on right now. And I just have some greenery and some baby's breath inside the lantern. This will be changed up quite a bit come spring. And then over here in my cozy corner, I did show this in another video. The only thing I changed was I went ahead and put these milk glass candle holders over here with the red candles, and I made these gingham bows to put on. I wanted to pull red in to this area as well, not only to go along with the rest of the theme in my house, but also to pull out the red of the barn. And for those of you who don't know, this barn and this here are actually wooden purses that I picked up at thrift stores. I love wooden purses. As you can see, that opens up. And this one opens up as well, but I'm not going to because I have my little fox sitting on top of there. So that is everything in my living room. So let me take you downstairs to my family room. We start in the family room on this little table where I have my farm scene, and this will stay this way until spring, and then I will remove the snow and put grass down instead. And the only difference between this and when it was Christmas was that I had a tree there that had ornaments on it. This is how I have my coffee table set up right now. Very simple. Just have a basket that I got at Target with all of my remotes. I have this little candle display here, which I'm not going to light it right now. And then I have my little chicken, Clara, sitting in her nest. I like to keep it nice and clean and simple for the winter time. For my wall displays, I have one on each side, on each pillar. I changed them up a bit and I put some ferns in this little vase, and I have this little thing of lavender, I believe. I got that from the dollar store, Dollar Tree, and I put this little yellow bird next to the lavender plant, and this is the same on the other side, only reverse mirror image, and instead of the cross I have a different little picture in there, which I will show you in a moment. So this is what the display looks like on the other pillar. I believe that's called an ampersand, something like that. In this chair I wanted to share with you this little stuffed animal. It's actually not that little, it's pretty big. My youngest niece and her dad were at Meijer a couple weeks ago, and she saw this stuffed dog, this stuffed dachshund, and she told her dad, "Hey, I need to get that for my aunt, for Aunt Sherry." They call me Aunt Sherry. I need to get that for Aunt Sherry because it looks just like Sally. So she got this for me, and it's so cute, and I have it out here on my chair. Up here on top of the entertainment center, I have my display of Australian things that my friend Carolyn has sent me. She sent these on different occasions, but I have my little Australia display there. And the main attraction down here in the family room is my cozy corner. I stuck with the woodland theme down here as well. I incorporated a few other touches, like these owls that say love. They can lend towards Valentine's Day, but they don't have to. And I just have very neutral colors. I have a little splash of color there, but it's mostly like earth tones, greens, and woodland colors. And I have some of these porcelain pieces, candlestick, that little vase, and then the other candlestick is over here. I got those at Shannon's Attic, which was an antique store that is no longer in business. And I just have little woodland creatures tucked in here and there. We've got a squirrel, we've got my owls, of course my chicken, another little squirrel, and a hedgehog. Got the stuffed owls on both sides. I didn't want to move too fast, I was afraid I was going to make you dizzy. And of course I did incorporate light again. I just love using these Christmas lights all year long. So that is how I have my home decorated for the winter months. In probably about 6 weeks or so, I will tweak things up and turn this decor more towards spring. And so I will do another home tour showing my spring decor in a couple of months. Thanks so much for watching, friends, and we'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.